All right, we are back. We're back here once again for Dying of Exposure. My name is Steve, and this is Noontime Nostalgia, the Chrono Trigger series. I decided to play Chrono Trigger, so thank you for joining me. We're just going to play a little bit of video game fun here. So hopefully everyone can enjoy it. Looks like I got everything running just about right. So we're just gonna get into it here in a moment. Every Thursday at roughly every Thursday at roughly noon. We do Noontime Nostalgia, a little classic JRPG game. And we're just gonna hop on in. Let's load it up, classic style. Gotta check the time. Definitely this one. And yeah, we're gonna pop back in. I had a lot of fun last week, and now I have to kind of remember what I'm up to. Equipment, check out what Luke has got. Air gun, padded vest. Do we have anything for that? No, we don't. Luke is only level 2, so I want to kind of grind Luca a little bit. Let's go back into the forest here. There we go. We're not doing anything super clever here. We're just, we're just getting into it. We're just grinding up some Luca levels. So with classic JRPGs, the grind is definitely a part of it. Ooh. Fire World Dual Tech. Have to check that out in the next battle. Let's combo it up. You know what? I want to see it. It's like I delayed just long enough for them to get close enough. Ooh, that's big damage. That's a nice 78 right there. Meander around this forest. So it was really actually kind of hard for me this last week to not play more Chrono Trigger because I want to play this entirely on the stream, and I don't want any part of it to happen in between. And so it made me think, I'm like, should I have a second streaming day on like Mondays in the afternoon or something? So that might happen where I do a Monday stream. I've already got our Thursday night Through the Mill D&D actual play series. So that happens on this channel, 7:30 Pacific. There it is. There's a little bit of level, but let's get Luca up to level 4 before we kind of really progress. Come on, get out here. Yeah, give me that shelter. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of keep cruising around, see if we can pop more enemies, grind out this little section right here. It's not the most efficient grinding, but it's functional, and I think that's what's important. We're going to be smoking grapefruit mint on the hookah while we play. Don't smoke, it's not good for you, but if you do smoke, and if it's that cough being a good example, if you do smoke and you do enjoy hookah, I suggest Al Fakir's Grapefruit Mint. It is delicious. Do 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 do. Can't remember if the enemies just respawn on the area change or not, so we're gonna find out. Got him, Luca. Got him. But yeah, so I've been thinking, ooh, Chrono's up to level 5. Excellent, excellent. We're just gonna grind until Luca gets the level. Yes, racking up them shelters. We're just gonna grind until Luca gets up to level 4. I'm not gonna do anything clever. Then I'll stay at the inn, and then I think I go to the church next. But I will, of course, double check that. I might have missed someone in the castle. Need them big crits on them roly boys. Need them big crits. I think we'll also probably end up, as a side benefit, getting enough to upgrade Luca's equipment really early on here. The key is really about making this as easy as possible to kind of burn through. You want those boss fights, you want to be able to rip right through them. And the way you do that is over-level a little bit early on in the game. You get yourself a few levels higher than the game expects you to do, and then you just kind of can casually take it and have some fun. Oop, there they are. Just popping out everywhere. Just so that I can look at it, because I don't remember what flamethrower looks like, we're gonna do flamethrower. Oh, the timing wasn't there. Oh yeah, flamethrower is a straight line attack. Gotta remember to blink while I play. This isn't even an intense, twitchy game, but I forget to blink. Anyone else have that where you forget to blink when you game? It's not good for the eyes. Okay, I think we're gonna pop out, pop back in. Probably should only need to do this like little circuit one more time, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go this way first again. Birds. Ooh, Chrono is getting a bit low. Nice little crit shot from Luca. Thanks for the help out. And then we're just going to clear out this last bird that just missed us. And we got Luca already up to level 4. That's all we needed, so we're not going to mess around too much in here if we don't need to. Gonna do a quick stay at the old inn. Game trying to guide us to the west. 10 GP, no problem. No problem. Get all of our tech points back. Get our info back. Forgot to update the language there. So yeah. This is a gift. It's relaxing. That's what I like about JRPGs, is that most of the time they're relaxing, which I enjoy. Okay, that hasn't happened yet, so I think I gotta run back to the castle, maybe? I think I might have missed someone I was supposed to talk to or something I was supposed to interact with. So we're just gonna do that real fucking quick. I don't think I needed to go this way. I think I went the wrong way. That's okay. I'm just gonna fire whirl these guys. I believe there might be something like tech affinity in this, where if you do the tech repeatedly, like, it helps, but I might be wrong there. It's definitely dependent on who's in the party, though, so you need to battle with different people to learn all of your techs. Might as well pick up that Specchio shelter. It's a little bit of an unnecessary divergence, but let's get into this castle. I love the enemy design in this game, Camelou, and thank you for watching and commenting. Camelou, how's the sound now that I know that there's someone like actively watching? How's the sound? Everyone hear me in the game at a decent level? Suppose I could have rested for free. Okay, good, thanks. Let's just talk with people and see if we can... Camelou. I'm in one of these moments that happens in JRPGs where I feel like I have to talk to someone to trigger something, but I don't know who I have to talk to. A girl just disappeared. This is why I list myself as a casual player. Because even when it comes to JRPGs, I'm just never as good as I wish I was. Okay, it looks like I'm going back to town. Yeah, no, the king just keeps saying this. The king is like this. I was expecting to be triggered. I know I get accused of this eventually. But I'm gonna go around and check every little nook and cranny like you do. Yeah, I'm thinking it's town probably. So let's head on back to town. I don't need to sleep here because I'm feeling fresh. Just burn through this real quick. There'll be a battle or two. Damn birds. Luca likes killing birds, though. That's pretty clear. Inside secret on this, I play JRPGs, so it's easy for me to play a game one-handed. Absolutely local bird murderer. Let's go talk around in the town. Actually, I wanted to talk with him to buy possibly a better weapon for Luca. That only goes up 1. I'm not gonna waste time with that. That goes up 5 though, that bronze helm. So for both, ooh, I need a bronze helm for him too, so we're gonna get a couple of these bad boys. We're gonna equip them immediately. Love these quality of life improvements with the equip in the shop. Welcome, Binary Ruse. Hello. We're just playing a little Chrono Trigger. I'm just trying to, oh, I should probably sell off the things I'm no longer going to be using. There we go. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out where I can trigger the conversation to start looking into. Big B, by the way. Big B. Means for dispatch, so they don't know anything. Get out of the... Get out of the... there we go. Big tall Brian. I like that. It's Big B, by the way. Big tall Brian. I do like that they have, like, sleeping clothes in the bed. Like, they're like, we're gonna take off Luca's hat. No, I know, Big Tall Brian. I know what's up. Thank you for joining me on this journey of Chrono Trigger for the afternoon while I try to distract myself from the constant and human dread. There's the man building the bed. Or building the bell. Right? There's nothing like some classic RPGs to just drain the mind. I don't think it's down here at the Xanarkand Bridge, but I might as well check. See, this is the moments like these. They don't matter so much anymore to us in a kind of a modern graphics level. But this scene with, like, the sunlight and the reflection and the gentle pixel animation to make the water look like it has some motion to it, and, like, the clouds have some motion to the reflection. Streets of Rage 4 is super dope. I haven't picked it up yet because I'm still playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, Camilu, it is subtle, and what's nice about it is it's really making do with, like, a limited media. It's sort of like the soundtrack, right? Everyone loves Chrono Trigger soundtrack and a lot of classic game soundtracks, and a lot of that has to do with nostalgia, but some of it has to do with, you know what? You know where I haven't gone? I haven't gone back into Truce Canyon to see if there's... Oh, cool. I was able to avoid that. I haven't gone into Truce Canyon to see if there's anything back where I came from here. So I might as well check it out real quick. Nope. Weird. Yeah, it's that limited media. A little bit of pointillism, a little bit of, just cool things. Just good things. Okay, I did Truce Inn, did this residence, done the market, Done this residence. God, it's gotta be in the castle, because it's not in the cathedral. I know that that's eventually where I'm gonna need to deal with things. But yeah, it's gotta be in the castle. If this gets too intense, I'm gonna look it up, of course, but yeah, Streets of Rage 4 looks super good. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake as like my non-streaming game because I don't have my Elgato yet. I will get that at the end of the month after I extract the money from the wonderful people that have donated for my birthday month / the dying of exposure GoFundMe. Nope. They made the point last session. It's like, can you imagine a situation where you know, as one of these little imp boys, trains to roll on the rollies and like really gets it, and then just a dude with red hair just like murders you after all that training. It's not even right, he just hits you with a sword. I guess I haven't been down here yet. I swear to God, if it's just go down here, I'm gonna be so mad. Maybe I need to rest? Come on, trigger something. Yeah, I'll start that rumor, sure. Alright, we're gonna take a look. We're gonna do what I never had the convenience to do in my childhood, which is just like look up what the hell is happening and how to deal with that problem. Yeah, no, it definitely has something to do with that. I just gotta figure out what's going on. So we're just gonna take a brief moment to see who I'm not triggering or talking to. Yeah, it says it's back in the church, so we're gonna head that way here in a moment. We're gonna see how that plays. So I'm gonna go to the cathedral, because the cathedral is where I thought you went. I didn't think I would be accused yet. I think that happens on the return. But, it's been 15 years. And it's totally the hairpin. Camilo, it's 100% the hairpin. So I guess we did a little extra building and town touring on this one. Make quick work of these boys. Extra building and extra building is never a bad idea. I wasn't looking, but I think Luca might have just leveled. God, these birds trigger every time. It's super hard to avoid them. Let's clear these all out. Well, I can't help it. I gotta roll through, right? I gotta roll through. I can't help but kind of screw with their little, like, home nest area. Ooh, a panacea, though. I'll take that. Alright, motherfuckers. What did I miss? I'm gonna be real upset when I realize this. Like, oh, you just had to go to the altar and, like, look at it. There it is. There. That's what needed to happen. I just needed that to pop up. There we go. This is what I wanted. Nagamore. They ain't ready. They ain't ready for these. Doesn't matter if you slow me. I'm way over leveled. Number one, Lamia are hot. Camilo. I'm a big fan of Lamia. I was a very lonely teenager, so fantasy art. I love that little hammer attack. It's so cute. Ooh, Hypno Wave. Can't remember what that does. There's like hands and mouths and stuff that you could use. You don't have to go to the cloaca each time. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please, frog. No, Lamia are snake people. Cloth and Pop. Snake people. It's a giant talking frog. Dark, Luca. Dark. Just like, oh, look at that person's talking appearance. I can't stand them. Frog makes Slippy look... I mean, Slippy always looked like clown shoes, but Frog is the true talking frog. Luca, that is a hella you're one of the good ones statement right there. I mean, God. As I've said, we're just keeping the classics. Look at that! Look at them guns! Look at them guns! Yeah, Frog. Oh God, I love Frog. Look at him hop. Look at him hop. What a gift. What a gift of a animation. They're like, how are we gonna make him run? We gonna make him run like everyone else? Nah, he's gonna hop. He's already level 5, so he's already pretty much up with that. What's he got? What's he got? You know, Slurp. What does Slurp do? Yeah, it does. He's a healer. Frog's one of my main boys. Frog and Robo and me. It's all. And then eventually Magus. Yeah, the Stone Age Isla or whatever her name is runs like this. Now, I happen to remember it's right here. A little sick organ solo. And a door appears. I like that it's not this. I would have, if you'd asked me, like, what in the level is going to reveal a door, the pedestal. Hundo, every time pedestal moves. But they're like, nah, it's just a door over here. Less animation. Let's get into it, squad. No skill or technique needed. This is supposed to be, you know, like a level of difficulty higher. Alright, level 6 and 2 level 5s. Yeah, how are we looking health-wise? You know what? Let's actually slurp some people. Let's get everybody back up to full. That's how we do it. Get into this battle. I love the positioning matters on this game. Hell yeah, Cloth and Pop. Cloth and Pop connected to them celebrities. Yeah, I love that this game also, because it has pattern movement and not random battles, kind of gives you the ability to kind of mess with battles while you're looking around. Let's knock these regular Naga out. Mash the yes button. Just attack, brute force, no skill. They didn't even get to do anything to me. Making that money. I like this little bit of storytelling here. They're like, oh, you don't need to disguise yourself. This is like one of my favorite little bits of flavor early game. Where you're just like, oh, they just think that you're, you know, monsters. And then this is the reveal that the Chancellor is actually a monster, though you definitely suspect that immediately. There we go. Get myself a little bit of lean back here. Yeah, I like that one has to go off of shift, and then you fight him. That's the kind of flavor that just did not exist in games. Let's get the chest first, always. I gotta stop using this joystick and get on this D-pad. And they're secretly monsters, and you knew that all along. But that's okay. Poison and things of that nature are a real problem in this game. Like, I'm ignoring it now because I knew I could beat him before the battle was over. But, like, they're significant. I mean, I think they go away. Like it really brought me low. Okay, everybody's much better now. Had I not been so over leveled, that would have been like super detrimental. Let's just get into it. Ooh, that big crit hit. That big crit hit. Get him, Luca. Right? Like, I just can't believe how good the sound is in this game. The OST is in this game. I can't believe how good that is. The sprites, the animations. It's just such an example of like a team coming together and striking everything on like everything, just firing on all cylinders. Oh yeah, Maiden Suit. And equipment. It's a big jump. That's a big jump. But yeah, definitely average 3 dad. It just is so much better. Just hit that button there. I like that little teaser. It's like, we're gonna make the button obvious. We're gonna make everything really clear. Ooh, a steel saber, too. Look at that. We're getting all the good stuff. It's a nice 5 jump. What do you got going on? You've got a bronze sword. We already have bronze sword. No need for a second bronze sword. No, this is not. I haven't played it in, yeah, this isn't my first playthrough. I played this over 15 years ago, so it has been quite some time. But I've played Chrono Trigger a few times. In a given day, there's so many games to play. Like, I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake. My partner Kelsey is playing through Animal Crossing right now. I'm ignoring that. I've got other games I want to get to, but I also want an excuse to go back and play games that that I loved. And oh, there it is. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. I love that game. I don't think it's as perfect as a lot of people like to believe that it is, but it is one of my favorite Final Fantasies, and it's beautiful. The background scene paintings and the aesthetic really hit just right. I like that you can just walk like right in the middle there. But yeah, the Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4 is fantastic. I'm a big fan of it. Ditch these coals, and we're gonna get another hookah bowl going here. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Let's just get into it with these two. Yeah, I think my favorite Final Fantasy is probably Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy VI. Also Final Fantasy Tactics. I like a lot of the other ones. I played all of the main things. Ooh, Slurp Slash. Oh, X Strike. I use this so often in my life. Let's test it out now, in fact. So good. Look at that big damage. You started with 15 and you're going back for some of the hits? Is that what I'm getting, Average Dad? Started with Final Fantasy 15? Oh yeah, then you did not play Final Fantasy games. Question on this, Average Dad. How'd you like 15? How'd you dig it? So as someone who does know the history, I thought, especially if you played Final Fantasy 15 as it was meant to be played, and I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of make my bowl here while I rant about this, because I'm going to go in here and there's going to probably be a boss fight. Yeah, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I personally think that Final Fantasy 15 had like a rhythm that it wanted to be played in. And I think in that rhythm, if you played it with that, you drove the car, you listened to the soundtracks, you spent some real time. You spent some real time with the camping and the food and stuff. There was like a cadence that the game was kind of like most optimally played at, and that cadence really makes the game enjoyable, or made it enjoyable for me. I also liked, I get that there was like a confusion for people because they were like, oh, I don't know what's going on and everything like that, and you had like the anime episodes, and like the little movie, the Kingsglaive movie that came out, and like all of that was super cool, but like I wasn't that thrown off on the plot, honestly. You know, you're the prince of a kingdom, you gotta marry someone you knew when you were younger. That's pretty standard rote fantasy. and you've already got friends. And I kind of liked that, like, they threw you into a friendship or, like, relationship dynamics immediately. I don't think they did a perfect job at fleshing everything out, and I think the game obviously gets on rails toward the back half. But during that, like, beginning middle, when you're just traveling around, upgrading your car, doing, like, a couple missions, and then going camping, I think that was super cool. It was a neat cadence to play the game in. Also, you know, I actually liked the characters for the most part. Yeah, I'm with you. The banter, it felt real. I think it was a big win. I wasn't a huge fan of the characters in Final Fantasy 14. Or not 14, 13. I played 13 and a bit of 13 too. Yeah, they really were just like they inevitably became heroes by the very tail end. But they were just sort of like just awesome fighty guys in the game. But yeah, 13, it's a very more classic tone Final Fantasy, big mysticism, big world building, but it was a lot more on rails at the beginning. I took the week off of work to play it, so I was able to get to the open world section in like a couple days, but a lot of people weren't. But yeah, I really liked Final Fantasy 15. I think it had cool things, getting to listen to the other Final Fantasy soundtracks as you drove around. 12, I also, you know, like, what I like about Final Fantasy really since 10-2, honestly, is that they've kind of taken big swings on, like, how to play the game. In the previous 10 and back were all turn-based, and they all had good things about them. But, they'd like tweak a little bit of the battle system, or they'd tweak a little bit of how the magic was done. And so there were differences, but they were more like, you know, it was light changes or like particular changes. But then Moment 10-2 comes in and they do the like job class, costume change stuff. And then in 12, it's more like an MMO almost, where you kind of set up your party's AI and they just sort of wreck shit. And then 13 does their cool like battle strategy switch situation, which I really enjoyed. It was a bit hard to master. And then 15's combat is just great. So I like that Square kind of takes big swings with combat. I think that makes for more interesting plot. Combat, in my mind, definitely impacts how plot feels, too. Yeah, turn-based combat, so... again, I'm using the benefit of it to stream and be able to like make my hookah and drink and kind of casually talk. I played all of these games growing up. I was kind of like perfect age. I'm 38. I just turned 38 yesterday. So I was born in 82, which means the first Final Fantasy came out when I was like 5. I had it when I was like 6. It helped teach me to read. So I'm definitely like a child of it. I don't have memories of them not playing Final Fantasy games. But I really got into them when Final Fantasy 2 came out on the Super Nintendo, which ended up being 4 in Japan. But and when I got into that from there on, and so that's kind of why I started this channel, as an excuse to play all the games that made me love gaming. Like, I played Super Mario and Zelda and a bunch of other stuff, played a little Sonic over at a friend's house who had a Genesis, those kinds of things. It's wild to me as a child that, like, you had to pick consoles. Yep. Yeah, average dad. I like the slower pace. Yeah, it is nice. It's nice to be able to be like, oh, I'm in a battle. Let me like pause things at any time. Really, battle, cutscene, what have you, and just get into it. But it's wild to me as a child that You know, it was like you buy one console and then that's the console you have. I have PS4, Xbox One X. We have multiple Switches in the house. Of course, I've got this computer and I've got Steam installed on it. Like, why wouldn't I give myself maximum gaming access? But like obviously there are money halts. But like it becomes such a thing where it's like you just get everything because maybe you want to play a game on something you don't have a console for. God knows no one has enough time to play the games that they want to play, though. But I made this content for Dying of Exposure so that I had an excuse to take time to play it. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta quit your job, quit your family security and everything, and become a content creator. I make $0 from this. It costs my partner, Kelsey, it's probably, I mean, like, in theory, I'm not contributing anything, so it's costing her a lot. But if we're just talking about Dying of Exposure stuff, I don't know, like $100 a month. Kelsey's the main producer, the executive producer of Dying of Exposure, in the way that she is the bank. They are the bank. But yeah, my partner and I, have this. I don't know if she's ever played, or if they've ever played Chrono Trigger. I don't know. I know they know about it. I know they've seen it. They had older brothers growing up. And their oldest brother, I think, is like a year or two younger than me. So they definitely saw the game. They're aware of it. Yeah, it really is. For so long, because I'm an old man, I was like, Twitch, why would I watch others game? Which was like the silliest thing I've said as a human. I've never said anything sillier than, why would I watch someone else game? Like, I didn't do that when I would be at my friend's house watching them game, right? Like I wasn't in chat rooms in the 90s and message boards talking about games. I don't know where my head was at, but yeah, now I love it. I love it for this, and I love it for D&D streams. I'm a big, obviously we do ours, but I like watching people play tabletop RPGs. I think it's super cool. I listen to podcasts of it. Yeah, and it's nice because, like, arguably, if I had my choice, I would probably spend a solid 15-20 hours playing tabletop RPGs like a week easily, but I don't have that kind of convenient time and that many friends. Like, if I just knew a bunch of, unemployed people, yeah, I'd be able to do it in the afternoons, no problem. But, like, I have other things, and then video games and stuff that I want to watch. But listening to D&D, watching it be played, really lets me feel like I'm engrossing myself in it. Yeah, a question for you, Cammy Lou. Did you get that, like, gender bias? Were you just not allowed to play the games, or were you just, like, I am kind of curious. I had an older sister that wasn't interested in video games, so, did they just kind of keep you off the thing, or were you just, like, bullied by age or by gender, kind of all the above sort of thing? You don't have to respond, of course, if you don't want to talk about that. I'm just always kind of curious because I didn't start thinking about these things till recently. Yeah, that's fucking unfortunate. No one should have that. I mean, we have the statistics now, but, like, they were always pretty true. Yep, no, I'm glad it didn't stop you from gaming, but you shouldn't have had to have that. Contrarily, if you're old enough, back in my youth, because I played video games and weekends and everything, and I was kind of a chubby, weird kid. I used to get teased for choosing to play video games instead of going outside. by other kids my age. Like, they'd be like, oh, he's an inside kid. He just plays video games all day and everything like that. My parents didn't care. I was part of organized sports. I played basketball and track and field and did wrestling when I was really young. And so they didn't mind because they knew I was, like, getting my exercise in kind of a scheduled way. And then, of course, I had PE in school and stuff. But yeah, it was because it was pre-Pokemon and Game Boy, which was a big, like, insertion into every house, and it was definitely pre-2000 when everybody started playing video games, because between the PS2 and the Xbox One eventually in 2002 or 2003, that sort of blew up gaming as sort of a, like, we're all playing it. Like, it's very normal to assume people play that. What types of games are like your woods, like you know, what are you all the way in? Yeah, Pokemon was a lot of people's first game, honestly. Yeah, what I like about Pokemon is it kind of keeps doing it, right? Like, Pokemon Go there for a few months was just this wholly new engrossing game culture that wasn't experienced before. All right, we got the coals heating up. Yeah, no, I love that too. Like, I don't understand why I can't dress up my dolls and decorate a home for them in every game that I play. Like, I play so many things, and I get, like, okay, so like Fallout 4, right? You could settlement build. I came up with a mythos. I made sure every settlement was there. I was playing it with only the PS4 mods, so only in-game mods, but I was making everything, and it was like, that's where I wanted to live in that game. I, of course, played Sims. I love dressing up dolls and making up doll houses. Or if I want to go to what was pitched to me as a child, getting accessories for my action figures and building bases. Yeah, it's just fun. It's always a fun feature in a game too. Like, what is it? Witcher 3. It takes until the DLC for you to get a house or like a lair that you can put up armors in, and there's like armor collection in that game and everything. It makes sense. There's like masks you can get. There's all these little baubles you could do, and so it just makes sense that it would be that. I don't understand it. I can't really get into mobile time wasters. I don't dislike them on principle. I'm just bad at doing things daily. I like gaming in big, like 6-7 hour chunks. Like, only playing 2 to 3 hours of Chrono Trigger once a week is killing me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do another stream of this on Monday afternoons. Ooh, look at that convenient save for me right there. You know what I'm gonna use? Can I use one of my shelters? I can, and I will. Get everyone's MP back up. And I'm gonna save in the classic style. Yeah, that's another function of streaming, is multitasking. Horizon Zero Dawn was so good. Last of Us was, of course, so good. Yeah, no, I just set aside a time, or I get a game that I'm really into, and then that just becomes what I'm about that day. Woo! Slid down. You know what? I'm gonna talk to him, even though I know it's probably a battle. Ooh. Yeah, working from home has definitely really upped the ability to watch game streams. Let's wreck this boy. He got high armor. They're not telling you he got high armor, but you're noticing it because your attacks are doing less, even though you have stronger weapons. Oh yeah, you gotta go all the way around. My bats. Let's do this the easy way. Just kill some of them. Yeah, the bats are super cute. I'm a big bat fan. And with some fire, they're weak to magic. Check out my coals, make sure they're cooking up right. Yeah, if anyone ever wonders what I'm doing off screen, it's getting coals. You know what? Never said, let it be said I shy away from a battle. Hookah right now is grapefruit mint. I like grapefruit mint a lot because I like grapefruit in like mixed drinks and stuff, but I don't like straight grapefruit because it's cloying. But I do like it mixed with mint, and so it's just Alpha Kier grapefruit mint. Just like a working, it's a working man's hookah flavor. You know, it's an every man. It's blue collar hookah. That Alpha Kier. But yeah, working from home has allowed me to watch a lot more game streams, listen to a lot more podcasts. And then later tonight I got my D&D game. Also, I guess for everyone watching the Twitch right now, check out dyingofexposure.com. We've got an article about fandom coming up, and, you know, being a good fan of properties, which is important to us. I am a DM. I run 2 different, campaigns. Currently I have a game every Tuesday night and every Thursday night at 7:30. The Tuesday night game is Through the Mill, and that is Tuesdays here on Twitch. And then the Thursday night was a game I had already running before all of this. That was every other week, but since we did quarantine and people are just kind of like desperate to do anything, you know, we decided to make it weekly. And so yeah, I play 2 D&D games a night, or a week, and then I highly recommend, yeah, it will. It will, because you don't have anything else to do. You can't go anywhere. No one's making plans. Equipment. I think Iron Sword is probably worse than Steel Sword, but it's still a better sword than Bronze Sword. Going by the ages, folks. Okay, we're not actually going to go in there right now. We're going to go back down here because I didn't read that note. I don't remember if it's anything cool. Also, but yeah, I love that quarantine has given me an excuse to play more D&D. Nice. Good hit. Because I like D&D. I like role-playing. And then I tend to GM, not because I dislike playing as a character. I love playing as a character. Yeah, I love playing as a character, but there's so few people that have the time or willingness to GM. And I do, so I'm going to. Plus, if I GM, I get to put it on my channel. Yeah, that was my other D&D group. My Thursday group that I'm playing with tonight, it's a 6-player game, just like my Tuesday group, but it's half newbies and half people that have played before. I try to be a man of service. Nope. Text. Come on, healer. Come on, paladin. I never really realized it. Okay, so yeah, this is good. I didn't start playing D&D until like my early 20s, just because I didn't have friends. I kind of did something D&D-like with a best buddy of mine. But I never really thought about how... Let's get these coals on before I keep talking. I never really thought about how D&D this party is like. Like, Chrono's obviously the fighter. He's a knight, he's a fighter, he's there to deal some damage. And then Luca is a ranger with some, like, attack spells, maybe. Artificer, I guess, if you're talking modern D&D. But Frog is straight paladin. Like, a little less damage, little less, like decent armor class. Good. They kind of replace that with hit points, since you can change equipment, right? So a little better on the armor, or on the hit points. Healing ability. Definitely a paladin, I think. Probably here. I like that they don't show you, because they're like, you knew that there was an area with a sign that said, don't go into here. Where do you think the door happened? Yeah, the vets, it was funny. So I used to work at a company called Tableau, and I had some people there. I was leaving the job to become kind of a full-time house spouse, and I was leaving there, but I had some people that I really liked, and so I found the easiest way to maintain friendships when you leave an office place with people you want to connect to is to, like, bake them into a D&D game. And so I kind of asked around, and there were 3 people that had just never had a chance to play D&D. They just didn't have the friend group. And then 3 people that wanted to play. So I was like, oh, well then I'll run a campaign if you want to play 3 other, with these 3 vets, 3 newbies kind of thing. And they all just kind of jumped into it. They were just 100% down to pop in. Which was good. That's what we want. And so now I get to still be connected with them and hang out with them. Not in person, but yeah. Always homebrew. I'm too much of a fantasy, so English lit major, you know, like too much of a fantasy nerd to not want to just develop my own world. 5th ed is a gift because it's the best system to homebrew. The D&D's released in decades. I have run modules though, and I like modules. I think people that are big on homebrew should run some modules, or at least read through them to get ideas. Like, there's Reddit, obviously, there's YouTube, but to get ideas for like different kinds of encounters and how to manipulate them. When I did homebrews before, I kind of based them on like Mass Effect style RPGs where there'd be like a handful of missions you could do and everything, but I wasn't taking full advantage of the D&D sort of D20 mechanics of how they can randomize things. And now there's so many resources for like discovering that stuff. So I ran like the early like Dragon Cult Tiamat stuff that 5th Ed had run for a game, and that was real fun. And it was like a different kind of prep, because like I didn't have to prep like my notes and my world, but I was improvising less because it was in the book, so I had to actually like read the book in a way that wasn't just for rules or for structure or how to. So yeah, I'm a big fan of creating a world, Western fantasy RPG. It's like a Western desert plains fantasy. They're in a very Western town right now. Yeah, it's and I don't fault anyone for running the modules. That's what they're there for. They're literally there to make the game a little bit like more accessible. No one who has the time a few hours a week to kind of set their world, write up their notes and everything like that. Then they've also got to research what their characters can do, build the encounters. Like, it's tough versus a module which gives you all of that for you and gives you the ability to modify it, but like not in, but it also gives you recommendations. It's great. I would love to I don't think I have the bandwidth or allowance to do it from my partner, but I would love to do just like a straight module campaign too, with some people online to do that, but I'd have to find people that wanted to play at like 10 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time, that don't like have to worry about working. Yeah, it's nice to do that. I highly always recommend anyone that's running a module to get into various Twitch, not Twitch, Reddit groups and Facebook groups and stuff, and like ask questions there, because they're super helpful. I didn't do a lot of that before we got into this quarantine and I got into this new game. New game with Through the Mill for Dying of Exposure. But now, listen, like, it turns out I run a game Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. I watch Dimension 20 when it premieres Wednesday nights, which is a great actual play D&D series from College Humor that's still going, and from Dropout that's still going. And then I listen to NADPod, Not Another D&D Podcast, which has some of the Dimension 20 cast in it, and that's a very fun thing. And then I read about it. So D&D is like a big part of my life now. Had to clear out a messenger so that it didn't make noise. Get back to that. Let me get into this. Can't get the chest first. So this is the actual Queen Lean. Not our friend Marl or Marley. Still don't know if it's Marl or Marley. Hell yeah, frog. Yee, so cute. He's such a cute little buggy monster boy. Let's see what works on you. I bet Extrite works on you. I bet Flame. Oop. Woo! Open them big damage, boys. This is why you grind, folks. This is why you grind, so you can take those big damages and just keep pounding at them. He is not happy. He is not happy. Oof. There we go. Simple as this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, handled. Love the success theme. Thank you very much, Average Dad, for joining us for as long as you did. If you want to catch up on the rest of this, it'll be over on the YouTube. Dying of Exposure's YouTube is youtube.com/dyingofexposure. It'll get uploaded probably on Monday. Monday or Tuesday. I put this all up there, or you can just come back to the Twitch and watch the final session. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, the real Chancellor. Yeah. I save everybody. That's what I do. I save kingdoms. Frog's theme. It's the finest. You're not disgraced, Frog. Not everyone's perfect. You didn't have me, you didn't have Luca. That guy was not a 1v1 boss right there. One of the things I really like about this is that they just seeded it. The King Chancellor was like, oh, you know, we need to enact stricter laws to protect the safety of the royal family, which then comes up in the game when we get to the trial portion of the game, and you get accused. And so you kind of made your own bed with that. That's something that flew by me in my younger days, but this game is so thick with foreshadowing. It's great writing in a limited format, and I love it. No, Frog. Don't leave. I don't want to leave the area because I don't want to leave this theme song. Yeah, there it is. The Chancellor is like locking it down with that foreshadowing. Judgment! You love a monster. You respect a monster. I shake my head at you. Nope. Nope. Oh, I think the Course Frog could be grave. Man, you guys. I suppose it's a guard's job to just trust no one. Trust nobody. Let's go. Follow classic JRPG rules and go in. Oh, what's up, Frog? Yeah. Learn to not be racist. Learn to not be racist, Luca. You know what? Let's go get Nadia. Let's go get Marley. I'm gonna say Marley. I like the name Marley. Yeah, she's back. Death is just a cold emptiness. I like to play that Chrono always knew and just didn't care. He was just like, all right, you're a queen, you're a princess, whatever. Who fucking cares? Yeah, no, I totally would have. Great jump animation. That's the celebratory animation for Marl is so good. Let's get after it. Goes to show you, always talk. If something's changed, always talk. You can quickly find out if they've updated the dialogue. Hey, you guys make sure to fuck so that I can exist. I want to take a note on the animation here. So you can see it in little bursts. You can see that Princess Nadia, aka Marley, has her hair, like her ponytail, flowing back real aggressive when you're at running. But when you walk, it just swings. And again, the animation for the walking, and then the different animation, slightly different animation for the running. It's so good. I wonder where Cyrus could have gone. Might he had gone to a swamp or lily pad? Can I get any of this beer? Oh, I can't get any of that beer. You know what? Yeah, let's take that free rest. A little bit of a sexist anti-eating there. Yup, a little bit more. Ice cream is delicious, chef. Give it a chance. Alright, let's head out. You know, I don't know this, but I wonder if the economy of the games is a little bit different too. Like, I haven't looked to see if the different eras have like different prices for things, and I'm gonna do that before I head back. Too strong. Too strong now. Oh yeah, how's their level looking? Yeah, I didn't really think about it, but I was just running out because I was like, oh, we gotta up their. Okay, their level's good. We gotta up their equipment. Yeah, let's see if they have inflation. That would be dope, honestly, if they're like, well, if someone thinks of this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a look at the prices. Well, first, we're gonna talk. She definitely could use the better equipment. So it's, what is it? It's 350, 800, 300, 200. I know the potion, these aren't changing. Buy one, buy one. It's probably a bit of a waste, but that's okay. Look at that. Much better. Oh, that man is also got that. Oh, I forgot to. I don't know if she, oh, you have sight scope. We like sight scope. Does he have anything? He has power glove. Okay. Wait. What was ribbon accuracy +2 versus speed? No. We'll stick with ribbon. So yeah, 350, 800, 300, 200. Let's get rid of some of this. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, let's save. Oh, it's our first little beige boy. Like, he gonna die. But he's tough. He's tough. Look at him digging on me. 11 points. Good job, buddy. Oh, he counterattacks, too. I don't think I remembered that. That was unnecessary. Sorry for the noise. Getting those potions back to make up for what I lost. Yep, I got us back into our right time. Oh, come on, Marley. You can do special things. You got your aura magic. A little bit of an adjustment. There we go. Made my little time wand, gate key. A little bit of time travel animation. Last episode I compared it to kind of the Sliders travel, which if you've ever seen the show Sliders, which is not a show about tiny little burgers, which makes me sad as big fat guy, but yeah. Yeah, Cammy Lou, I do think it looks like a screensaver. Not before I do more stuff. Give me coins. Give me silver coins so that I can play the silver coins game. Just grinding out for some silver. It's literally as fast as we can earn it, I think. Just by just, like, working Gatto over. Yeah, it is a real problem. They're just violence equals wealth. I mean, like, that's true and all. It's like Chrono Trigger, super heavy on the hits here. One more, and then we're gonna play the better silver game. We've already got the Chrono duplicate doll. Does Gatto go back into his tent and cry at night after all the battling? Probably, like, I would assume so. See if I think we can use Aura. That's big heals. Big heals. Might as well use it there too. Yeah. So I like to think it's an automaton. Or I always thought it was an automaton, but I like your theory better now. I like your theory better now. A lot better. Let's do a little drinky contest. Hey, as a person that doesn't have the right look to be any kind of performer, I fully understand. Guess I could be like an improv comedian. There you go. That's the look that I carry with myself. What's crazy is I now have the money to buy a $4,000 blade and really jump up, but I feel like that's like a trick almost. Like, your attack goes way up. It's a solid 12 increase in attack, or a 12 increase in sword. It moves your attack up to that, but I don't need it. You know what? We're gonna do the smart thing here. We're gonna do the smart thing here. I'm gonna save right here. Go back into the square. So now, if we screw this up, which we almost inevitably will. Wait, how many do I have? Ooh, I have almost enough to do the big one twice. So fun fact, apparently they used the same audio file for his laugh, the original audio file for Kefka's laugh in Final Fantasy VI. So it's the same file that they just kind of reused to Squaresoft, which is cool for the face mask gesture. Fuck. Screwed that up. Let's play it honest. Let's play it honest. I did the save scumming so I wouldn't have to, because it's pretty difficult, but we're just gonna play this honest. Here, let me ring that bell real quick. We're gonna play one more time. We're gonna try that one more time. There we go. Get a silver point. That gets me 80. Yeah, no, I just sort of just accepted that it was a mini game too. I was just like, well, that's just the mini game. Camulo, I just didn't question that there was a big old dungeon in there. We're gonna play that honest. I can always just rail Gatto for more things. Let's check our market theory and see if the equipment is different. So this is just different equipment, but I think the bronze helm is the same price. So I think we can assume that's how that works. Yeah, so I think there is no inflation in this universe, which is kind of cool. Probably because they're not a fiat currency, since you're using like real valuable metal. As the thing, that value doesn't fluctuate very much. He doesn't need anything. It's a nice little... What I like about that is it's sort of like, hey, have you been down to the pier? Go down to the pier. Check out the pier. A little bit of story for you. Little bit of story for you. Doom, 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 doom. Everybody pretty much is saying the same stuff. I love that. I'm as happy as I'll ever be. The world is perfect. Let's go to Luca's house. I love that call out to Robo. It's a call out to Robo to... That's how poor they are. They're like, I got you an apple. You just saw him. But one of the things I really like about this is that gives me hella, like, shop vac Jonathan Colton vibes. Where it's like Joko just sort of, hangs out in the garage and works in their dystopian middle-class lifestyle. Alright. I like everything's like, just go progress the game. And I'm like, no, I do not progress the game. I wander. I wander down to this area. Same exact. Shop supplies. Still get called monsters though. I think it's basically like a trick. Go over to these residencies. Earn a quick 10 gil by just like debasing myself for the wealthy. Standard stuff. All right. Do a quick little save here. Always multiple save slots. Just learn that from renting games. Ooh, let's fight some mushrooms. It's fine. Oh, you know what I forgot to do one last time? Now I gotta go do it because it'll bother me if I don't. Forgot to go talk to my mom one last time. It's gonna be the last thing I did. It's my house. Love him. Love my little Specchio plushie and my cat and my stuffed person of myself that's not a sex doll. It's totally not a sex doll. Chrono is not about that life. You know what? Because this wasn't like a fully triggered area. Let's do the full thing. Let's womp some shrooms. Where'd it go? Let's keep buffing that strength for Chrono. All the strength pills go to my main boy. Biggest strength. Strongest boy. We shy away from nothing. Ooh, little buggies. No self-cessed. Camilou, no self-cessed. Chrono doesn't need to. He collects a handful of young allies. Fight this again just to grind a bit more XP out of the area. But yeah, Chrono definitely, regardless of proclivities, has many interesting options. Although I do note, now that I'm thinking about it, so you get Luca, you get Marley, you get I think their name is Ayla, the cave woman, and then you get Frog, and you get Robo, and theoretically Magus in the mix. And so Chrono's really the only like human male in the group, which makes me a little sad. It's kind of like a harem anime, but like with like a bunch of mascots. Bird murder. Oh, those crits. Critting on mushrooms. That's what's up. Oh yeah, the mushrooms have tongues. Don't all mushrooms have tongues? You don't eat mushroom tongues, Camilou? You don't get down on some mushroom tongue? Maybe your palate just isn't as refined. Let's do a quick little save here. We're gonna go into the castle and sort of trigger those events, and we'll probably wrap up. Yeah, we're getting to about that time. You're standing near the princess. You probably kidnapped her, right? Like, because you're just there. I mean, Chrono is poor in theory. I mean, I'm pretty wealthy from murder, which is a way that the poor can make money, so that tracks. It definitely tracks. Had to do a little coal adjustment. Dropped one, but that's why we play in the garage, so that that if coals get hurt, or if coals drop down onto the ground, they hit concrete. Power struggle. Is it the princess or is it the chancellor? You know, we're gonna get into this big trial scene here, and it's not a good time. It's not a good time to keep going. but I want to play it. So we're going to go a little long on this session just because I want to play this real bad. I love the little, like, superhuman-y looking animations. Like, what it implies is that the crowd is all, like, if we could get close enough in, we could see everybody's faces. But we're just not that way in the game. It's a really fun touch. Plus, I love this. I love the courtroom music. Super dark, Chancellor. Yeah, I'll take the tickler. I don't mind getting tickled a little. As long as I know it's happening. I don't like surprise tickles. What axe? What did I do? What did I do? Hell yeah. I helped the little girl find her cat. I have not looked that up. I will look that up after the session, Cammy Lou. I don't know what a Spanish tickler is. No. Yeah, I didn't. So there's a couple tricks here. You can steal a man's lunch, which I ignored. It was sitting on the counter and he couldn't find it, and I ignored it. This time around, you can help find that little kitty, and you can offer to sell the pendant. Try to convince Nadia to sell the pendant, and that's where they try to get you with the greed. It's a really cool game mechanic where they're like, these are things you would do in a normal RPG, right? Is you would just loot and you would just kind of do things to the benefit of your own character's person without repercussions. And so it's kind of an early thing on reputation that eventually gets brought in with games like Skyrim. Look at how many not guilties I have. The people trust me. Except for that one guy. He doesn't trust me. I don't think I've ever been found not guilty. Yep, they still put you in the prison, but you're not guilty of, like, dark deeds. And so if you steal those things, if you up the count, you get announced as guilty. Never trust a chancellor. And you're like, I get locked up for having adventures. No. And then this great scene over these big bridges across the towers. I love that it's bridges instead of like full walls. They say I'm a seditionist, but they're just arresting me for helping the princess. Look at that. His execution is in 3 days. Chancellor's lying. You can never trust the Chancellor. I love it because it reveals a bit of the plot of the Chancellor earlier, where you discover that like the Chancellor is super duplicitous and not just super protective. Fucking rough times for poor Chrono. Well, we're stuck. There's a little lunch here, though. See, if you steal it beforehand, you don't get the lunch here. But now you get 3 ethers. And we're going to save. And that, my friends, is where we are going to leave off. At the trial. Stuck in a cell, waiting 3 days for a potential execution. Tough times. Great moment in the game to leave off. We now have 2 days for the execution. So we are going to leave here. Thank you for joining me in playing Chrono Trigger for Noontime Nostalgia and Dying of Exposure. You can follow Dying of Exposure on Facebook and Twitter. Ooh, I need to go into the menu so that this doesn't become a problem. I guess I'm loading up on the save. But you can follow me at Dying of Exposure on Facebook and Twitter at Dying of Exposure. Go over to the YouTube where this video gets uploaded on Mondays or Tuesdays, usually Mondays. Dying of Exposure, or youtube.com/Dying Exposure. You can go to this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/dying_of_exposure, or follow us on Instagram at the same handle, and of course the website dyingofexposure.com. Thank you very much for joining me. It was very fun. Cammy Lou, Average Dad who joined me earlier, Cloth and Paw, people who jump in the chat room. Remember to follow, subscribe, like, do all the things on all the social medias, and I will see you probably next Thursday, maybe next Monday if I can't resist, for the next Noontime Nostalgia with Chrono Trigger. Thank you very much and have a good day.